Welcome back to Channels Business Global with me, Juliana Olayinka, from our studios here in London. Despite the recent slowdown of economic growth in major markets, including China, Europe and America, the luxury goods market is still performing well. The top 100 players showed strong performance according to the latest data, and wealthy Nigerians are beginning to have a seat at the table. Cass Ojo is the managing director of the Luxury Network Nigeria, a private membership club that allows premium companies to work closely together for mutual business and client development. Cass, for those of us less well-heeled, we may see luxury as having the latest designer handbag, whether it's an Hermes or a China designer, or, you know, going to five-star restaurants and having a fabulous meal. But luxury is much more than that, isn't it?
There is the high-end luxury, and then there's something called affordable luxury. So affordable luxury is defined by the individual, I would say, and you know, something for you that you consider luxury.
We all have that.
Yes, exactly. So it's dependent on the individual. And so for some people, it's, you know, a nice meal is a luxury. For some people, it's a nice holiday,
or a nice perfume. That perfume you never let run out, right?
Exactly. So luxury is defined by, but obviously in the wider context, luxury is, you know, the more expensive things that you know that money can buy. And I think you find people in every economy, you know, even in Nigeria, as we know, there is a huge disparity between the classes, as we all know. But I think there is a place for luxury in every country, in every economy. And, you know, we are also looking at how to bring or make the luxury industry work for the Nigerian economy.
That's where I want to touch upon, because, you know, I travel to Nigeria, not as much as I would like, but I have been there a couple of times this year. And, you know, you go into some of these malls, you know, you drive down certain places in Victoria Island and you're like, oh my God, I never knew that brand was here. And you're like, oh my God, it's, you know, you can buy this here. When did luxury designer items start making their way to Nigeria?
Nigerians are huge consumers of luxury. You know, where I don't think there is a single luxury brand that will not have a Nigerian clientele.
Wow.
So we're well known in every luxury sphere that there is. But even though there is now starting a lot of, you know, there is, you know, it's possible to buy luxury in Nigeria, it's still demand far exceeds the supply. There is not a lot of brands. There are not a lot of luxury standalone stores in Nigeria.
Why is that? So, do you think that is there still that stigma of, you know, can we trust the Nigerian market? Are enough people going to buy? What is it just too far away from Paris?
No, I think, you know, there are a number of reasons for that. Starting with the market, the Nigerian market is complicated. It's not, you know, so models that work in the, you know, in the Western world will not work in Nigeria. So for a lot of companies, there's a lack of understanding about the market.
Yes.
There's a lack of clarity and just visibility into the Nigerian consumer inside of Nigeria.
Is that changing?
It is, and it's definitely one of the things that the Luxury Network that's one of our objectives, is to, you know, we had an event just last week, actually, the 15th of October, in partnership with the Financial Times at the Connaught Hotel in Mayfair. One of the core things we're trying to do is to change the narrative, break the ice with a lot of these luxury companies and brands, so that they can begin that conversation about what it's really like to do business in Nigeria.
What is the birthing of the Luxury Network Nigeria? Why did you decide that, no, I've got to create this brand?
So actually, the Luxury Network International, it's an international company. It's been around for over 10 years. You know, head office is based here in the UK. But I'm the managing director for the Luxury Network Nigeria. And we launched in Nigeria just over 2 years ago now. And the purpose of, or one of our key goals is to put Nigeria into the luxury conversation on the global stage. Nigeria is known for a lot of things, and luxury is not one of them.
Yeah.
Even though we are by far huge consumers of luxury. Recent stats show that, we have a growing middle-class population of about 23%.
Wow.
Combined spending power of, over $28 billion. So it's
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of first-class travel. Indeed. I've seen it on the ground.
So, we have the spending power, and there's been, like I said, brands, a lot of brands, they love their Nigerian clients. But, Nigeria was never really in that conversation. And so that was one of our goals, was to really bring Nigeria into the conversation.
And how's it going? How's it going?
It's been a slow but steady.
You were at you combined with the Financial Times, which is amazing, Cass.
Yes, thank you so much.
Honestly,
thank you so much.
It's a big feat.
Yes, thank you so much. That project was many months in the making, and like I said, it's really about changing the narrative about Nigeria. There's so many other things that we could be talking about. There's so many other topical issues, but I think luxury is one that has the potential to really impact the social and economic landscape of the country. And so this is really what we want to do. It's, as you started with, it's more than just encouraging people to buy handbags and shoes. But
although you like
wider,
that. Although you
of course, he doesn't. But I think there's a wider,
well.
Thank you so much. But there's a much wider conversation. There's a much wider impact that we hope to attain.
Just before you go, Cass, I've got to ask you, give us an insight. Where are the kind of places that some of your luxury clients like to go in London? What are the sort of perfumes? What are the trends this season? Is that the answer?
Yes, without giving too much away, I think that, with the Luxury Network, we're a B2B business. So we facilitate partnerships between brands. And we do have a client base from some of the other things that we do. But I think the Nigerian luxury shopper or the Nigerian luxury consumer likes the same things that I think the English or Asian. Absolutely, we like the Fendis, yes.
Is Oud ever going to go out of fashion?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Certainly not now. I think it's really luxury is luxury. In the sort of middle class to upper class, it's really pretty much the same things that people love. Luxury tends to be the finer things in life, things that are made with attention to detail, high workmanship. So I think luxury will always stand the test of time, and
it's the same in every continent.
Absolutely.
Cass Ojo, thank you so much for joining us on Channels Business Global.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sadly, that's all we have time for today, but do get in touch with your comments and suggestions. I'll see you at the same time next week for more in-depth business analysis on Channels Business Global. Goodbye.